Hi, this is Eric Cummins with your Southwest Kentucky Fishing Report. Barren River Lake has turned over and the Corps of Engineers is dropping the lake about a half a foot a day. Fish are scattered, with the deeper bite being most consistent during the drawdown for both bass and crappie there. At Green River Lake, it's just a little below summer pool, but water levels are steady. Bass bite's been best in 10 to 25 foot of water and using a variety of baits. Crappie can be had shallower in 6 to 12 foot of water in the upper parts of the lake, or staying down the lower sections fishing in about 20 to 40 foot of water. Muskie bite at Green River Lake has been best in the upper sections, fishing brush and laydowns. Smaller lake bass fishing at Metcalfe County Lake, Mill Creek Lake, and Cheney Hollow Lake in Warren County is hitting its fall stride, throwing a variety of different baits in that 6 to 12 foot of water. Lipless crankbaits, swim baits, spinner baits, or other medium deep diving baits have been good bets there. The window's still open for some good river and stream fishing, like Green River below the dam, Drake's Creek, Upper Barren River. Still good smallmouth, rock bass, and muskie fishing on those. As always, good luck and good fishing, and be sure your life jacket's got your back.
This is Jason Russell with your Eastern District Fishing Report. Current water levels at our Huntington District Army Corps lakes, including Dewey, Fish Trap, Paintsville, and Yatesville, are still holding steady at summer pool levels with low outflows. These lakes will begin drawdown to winter pool starting November 1st. Louisville District Army Corps lakes, including Buckhorn and Carr Creek, have already begun drawdown and are currently 3 to 4 feet below summer pool. Rain in the forecast later in the week could change these levels slightly. With our fall field work sampling bass populations mostly completed, we have now been able to look at most of these lakes. We have seen plenty of smaller bass on the banks, with a few large ones just starting to move up shallow. Fish Trap Lake is already holding a number of larger bass, including a few nice smallmouth in bankline brush piles and treetops. In the lower portion of the lake, we're also seeing a number of quality bluegill and red ear sunfish on the banks at Fish Trap. Our recent sample at Dewey Lake was showing quality bass from 17 to 20 inches, also on shallow trees in both the upper and lower lake sections. Shad are slowly starting to move into the coves now. Look for more bass to follow them. Right now, any bait that closely mimics shad or crayfish could be a good choice to use for bass. Channel catfish from 16 to 20 inches remain on the banks in good numbers at most locations. Recent trout stockings for this district include Harlan County locations on October 13th, Panbowl Lake in Jackson, as well as Carr Creek and Buckhorn tailwaters on the 14th, and the tailwaters of Paintsville, Dewey, and Yatesville were just stocked on the 22nd of October. Area streams are still fairly clear and at reasonably low levels. There's still plenty of stream fishing going on right now for all bass species. It's a great time to get out that kayak or canoe and enjoy a quiet day on the water, taking in the color of the fall leaves.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Lake temperatures across the region are running in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Many of the area lakes are in the process of turnover or have completed the process. You'll want to concentrate your efforts fishing in creeks or in the upper parts of these lakes. Bass fishing is fair at many of our lakes right now, but on lakes with shad in them, like Taylorsville and Harrington Lakes, bass can be found in the upper portions of the creeks, feeding on shad that have moved into these areas of the lakes. Try your luck casting lipless crankbaits, spinner baits, bladed baits, and jerk baits to catch a few of these fish. Try the upper portions of Taylorsville and Harrington Lakes up on the river. A few white bass and hybrid striped bass have moved into this upper portion, and at Taylorsville a few saugeye can be caught fishing the upper river portions of the lake. I've been getting a few good reports of bluegill and red ear sunfish, also known as a shellcracker, being caught at many of our area lakes like Beaver, Corinth, Elmer Davis, and Boats Lakes. Concentrate your effort on fishing the edge of aquatic vegetation and along the shoreline where there's a cut or a cove along the shoreline. Try to catch a few fish using redworms, waxworms, night crawlers, or crickets to catch a few of these fish. Additionally, I've been getting a few good reports of crappie being caught at area lakes such as Taylorsville, Gist Creek, Beaver, or Elmer Davis Lakes. Crappie are being caught around brush piles or treetops, on live minnows or crappie jigs fished in 6 to 10 feet of water. I have also been receiving some good reports of hybrid striped bass being caught below many of the locks and dams on the Ohio and Kentucky rivers. Casting swim baits and lipless crankbaits are a good option to catching a few of these fish this time of year. And finally, fall trout stockings have begun. Streams like Big Bone Creek and Gunpowder Creek have been stocked, as well as many of the fens. Lakes and ponds have been stocked with trout this fall. Check out the website at fw.ky.gov for a complete list of trout stockings in your area. So grab a pole and enjoy some great fall fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.